I love as well that someone was like, oh, you're gonna rage bait with NCT Dream, and I was like, no. If the album's good, I'll say that it's good, and it's good. Like, it's so dumb to me. And like, the thing is, it's not that it's perfect. Like, 4 tracks so far have not been very unique. Like, it's so odd to me. I mean, that's not necessarily wrong. Like, this album is not what I expected, because I didn't know what to expect going in, you know? That's the beauty of not, like, listening to any teasers or anything. You get, like, an unfiltered view of the album. You experience it firsthand. It's why I don't listen to singles when they come out, because I'd rather just wait for the full album. And, like, sure, maybe I miss out on good songs that are singles that don't ever go into an album, but if they're that good, I'd probably, like, one of my friends would say to listen to it. That, or it would be so, like, culturally relevant that I'd hear it anyway. I find it funny, because, I mean, it makes sense, but the only, like, videos that I get rage, like, oh, you're rage baiting comments is on the ones where I'm negative. It's like, no, I'm just not like all the other fucking reactors who glaze literally everything. Like, I'm sorry, I'm honest.
Rest in peace, man. This guy, unironically, the biggest loss in K-pop history. Well, maybe not K-pop history, but K-pop producer history. This guy was so good at what he did. But man, EXID in general were just so incredible. So sad when he died. He was so young as well. I think he was only like maybe in his 40s at max. Yeah, 40s, man. Fucking shame. Bro was so unique and talented. And for like in Nuga groups as well, he didn't focus on like some of the bigger artists, and he fucking definitely could have. Like, I guarantee he had good contracts, in like potential contracts with like SM and stuff. Because man, he was something else. But he never chased the bag. He was just focusing on actual quality releases rather than like money itself. I think I really do need to refocus the way I rate vocals, because pretty much everything in K-pop just instantly gets a 15, and I feel like I could probably drop that down, because like the moment it gets into 10, it's like requiring some form of like obvious auto-tune, which isn't what this says, you know, consistently and clear, pleasant to listen to, either through talent or well-produced auto-tune. So I think usually I'm very much in the habit of just instantly going 15-15 and then slash for instrumental delivery and lyrics, and I think I should probably start going 15-10 and then slash as like a baseline, because like these last 2 days, this group and then Jung Young-hwa, man, their vocals were just so much better than what I was at, and I was kind of tossing and turning, being like, it's not a 20, like they're not the best vocalists on the planet, but they are good, or rather better than the average in K-pop. And I'm wondering, which is what I probably should do, is just keep my current scale, because I've rated so many albums over the past year and a half, the way I'm doing it now, and just if I think something's quite good, do it at 20, or B, I just change it a little bit, because I don't think it would affect it that much, you know. Like, they're only losing 5 points, which even on K-pop releases is max like literally 5 points. So I mean, depending on what other stuff is going on, because like if I drop that down, like if it's a 65, it drops down to 55, so it can lose 10, but I suppose then on the average it's losing like 7.5. But I do think I need to readjust how I'm doing that.
I like as well when idols do things that are quite relatable, you know? Like, obviously I haven't listened to all the lyrics here, but at least in this one, you know, like I feel like that's a sentiment a lot of people can, you know, agree with. Like, there's a big trend of where you just like disconnect from the internet completely and you just like go into the wilderness, like touching grass in a way. But I think it has like an actual name for it, and that kind of harks on that kind of vibe where it's like, you know, like, listen guys, we're supposed to be humans, like let's talk to each other like humans, which is incredibly ironic considering I'm live streaming myself reacting to an album. But you know, I think there is like, me and my friends, we get together every week and play D&D in person. We could do it online, and to be fair, it'd probably be a lot easier to schedule it if we did it online, but there's something being there in person with someone and just playing with like physical things. Like, granted, we do have some like electronic elements to help us visualize stuff, but and yeah, EXO have some really good stuff. Like I want to say they're one of my highest on average boy group ratings. I don't know which, I think I've done Exist. So I've got 69 there. Oh, 63. What did I like from them? Exact maybe? No? Exodus? No. Actually, saying that, they might have been on my old rating scale, because I haven't done many older projects for a good while. Probably for a boy group, I'd probably have to agree. Like, if I wasn't such a big fan of rock music, I imagine EXO probably would be one of my higher ones. Either them or maybe 17, because I like a lot of their electronic stuff. Yeah, to be fair, I like, especially in K-pop, I do like a lot of soft rock. I think they have a very unique way of doing soft rock. Yeah, Extraordinary Heroes are one of my, like, kind of biases. Like, hold on, I'm pretty sure it's right here. Is this Extraordinary Heroes? No, I don't think so. I want to say it's someone else. No, that's P1 Harmony. Where's my Extraordinary Heroes? They're over there somewhere. Yeah, no, they are very expensive. You know, they cost a lot. I think it's really wholesome that a lot of fans who can't say like buy merch or anything like that dedicate time to like streaming songs. Just as some way to like help the band more. Yeah. Well, no, it definitely doesn't. I mean, one of the biggest misconceptions in music is that artists tend to work on their actual songs when in reality 90% of them don't. So yeah, no, I don't discount Dio for that. You know, like the problem is writing a good song is very, very fucking difficult. It's not very easy. It's why the majority of my ratings end up here. It's because, like, granted, maybe yeah, the average one should be at 50, but no, because making music is very hard. Like an average song is very difficult to even do in general. Assuming the average person could produce this style of music, but they can't. The average person can't make this style of music, therefore it's no longer average. So I tend to push it a little bit higher than that. Yeah, see, I mean, like that's one thing that I think they should do. You know, like one thing I'm very surprised that they don't do in K-pop is like residual learning, where like maybe for like 1 or 2 recording sessions or something like that, they just bring an idol in to the studio and just have them watch what people are doing, how they come up with melodies, what the process of actually making a song looks like, you know, how they write. Just sit in the writer's room. Don't say anything, because then you'll have to get a credit. Just sit there, listen, see what they talk about, see what makes a good song work. And as well, just like research, study songs, study how they, you know, what makes a good pop song work and stuff like that.
From all of your reviews, because that's a crazy thing to ask. I don't know. Yeah, gosh, I don't know. Favorite song in general? I don't know. Like in K-pop or just songs in general? Because like I've rated a lot of albums, and getting that down to just one song is kind of crazy. I really like Russian Roulette from Paul Robinson's latest album. As for like actual K-pop, Virtual Angel from Artemis is, in my opinion, the best K-pop song of the 21st century. Hi is really good from Luna as well. I feel like that captures the energy that K-pop kind of should embody really well. Smooth Seas Don't Make Good Sailors from Neck Deep. That's probably my favorite like indie rock slash I guess like pop punk. So yeah, they're probably my top however many songs that was. Yeah, Hi by Luna. That's crazy you haven't heard Hi, but hey, new K-pop fans, we don't judge. We don't judge. Honestly, so do I. And yeah, Hi is one of those really good songs. Sorry. To be fair, all of Luna's discography is just peak K-pop. You should listen to the rest of their stuff, and then once you finish that, check out Artemis and their stuff, and then Odd Eye Circle, and then Triple, and just basically anyone under, where is it, this company here. If they're under there, they're good. I mean, that's not even that crazy, you know? Like Boa, granted a soloist, she's been going since 2000, and she's got a new album coming out this year. She's like basically been with SM Entertainment since it started. It's fucking crazy. Like, when was her first one? Yeah, literally 2000. So 7 years after it became a thing. It's mad. They are, yeah, they're very different to groups. But I mean, to be fair, saying that, like Super Junior, I don't know if they have any former members, but yeah, they've been going since 2005. Oh, really? I'm not so much a fan of debuting under 18s. I don't think the human mind is able to comprehend that level of like exposure to the world. I mean, they've kept going for a good while. I imagine they'll probably be like, well, I imagine they'll probably go as long as Super Junior, if I'm honest, you know? They're one of those groups that, because of how many are actually in them, you know? I mean, hell, like, even fucking Wavy is coming out with something new. Yeah, no, it's wrong. I mean, like, it's crazy how many, like, issues come up with Asian K-pop. Like, I don't know if it was confirmed who it was, but JYP were working on a group called Vcha, and one of the members, Kaylee Lee, I believe at the time when she was like auditioning, she was 13, and when she debuted, she was 14. And then just like, I think the other day, there was a whole controversy that would be far too long to explain. I'm sure you could look it up if you're at all interested. But originally, was her name Grace or something like that? KG Crown, that's it. She was kind of like the first one to leave, and then Kaylee Lee also just announced that she left. Yeah, a lot of the common ones, definitely. Like, sometimes you get some production houses that are quite unique and do really, really crazy stuff. Like, a lot of Mod House, their stuff is incredibly inventive. Probably one of the best producers, like, in it. Yeah, it's not grating, but it's like, it kind of falls into the part of being, like, too pristine, you know? And I think a lot of people don't like that about it. Like, they like that almost rawness of it. It also really depends on the type of music that the artist wants to make, you know? Because, like, I feel like making a, like, highly electronic album sound good is a lot harder than making, like, an acoustic kind of ballad style one where all you've got is, like, a guitar, piano, maybe, like, a drum loop if you're, you know, pushing the boat out a bit, and then vocals. I'd agree, but I think there are some, like, is it Suman? Yeah, this one is really, really raw. Like, I feel like a lot of people are wanting this sort of stuff. But in the same vein, it's like you say, like, this hasn't even got a K-pop tag. It's just contemporary R&B. But this is really, really, really good. But it's also not K-pop, so... No, like, I get what they mean when it comes to raw. Like, I guess it's kind of close to, like, not necessarily bedroom pop, but where clearly the, like, files haven't been sent around, like, 7 different people who have all put in their different inputs to make it sound a specific way. To, like, when they're, like, in the writer's room and every single lyric has to be perfect. It has to flow as best as it can. And it's not really, like, got the soul of music, if that makes sense. Like, I suppose the best way to describe it is that it does just sound so commercial, you know? Like, it has that layer of gloss over it. Well, yeah, exactly. You know, they want it to be, like, I think a lot of the people on this site in particular, if it isn't, like, how do I explain it? Like, if it's doing something that people have already done, then it immediately gets a low score, you know? Like, I feel like their uniqueness takes up, like, 40% of this, you know? I mean, to be fair, 40% isn't even that much. Probably about, like, 50, you know? Well, yeah, but I suppose the way that they tend to look at it is where it's like, it kind of like, I'd rather listen to the other one. Like, why did you need to make this when we've already got better versions of it elsewhere? But of course, when it's actually really good, then they don't care, you know? It's a bit, I don't know, it's very up in the air what they decide to like. You can just have it. Because this document's public. Anyone can go on it. And my grading rubric's always public as well. Look, it's you. And I can literally send you this sheet as well. I have a completely blank one that I can give you. And then it'll, like, sort of automatically do it. Yeah, we'll do. Like, I'm so proud of everything that has gone into this sheet that I love it. It's got, like, EXP systems. It's got medals and stuff. It's so good. I love it. Like, it makes my brain fizzy just thinking how much effort went into this. I mean, what, like, songs in general, or, like, from, like, a specific artist? Because some artists can only do, like, 2 EPs a year, which, I mean, when the actual, like, members aren't doing anything themselves most of the time. I don't know, when you think of, like, pop music in general, I feel like, I suppose the difference is that in the West, we tend to focus on LPs when it comes to pop music. Like, when it comes to K-pop, I feel like it tends to focus a lot more on 1 or 2 songs per album. So, like, if you assume it's the same as, like, how often pop musicians release singles, because that's basically what most releases are anyway, you know, it'll be one proper song that they've, like, worked on to kind of do and chart good, then the rest will just be, like, off-the-shelf beats that producers have made maybe, like, months or years ago that are on, like, a board that they can just buy off, like, Sony or Universal, anyone like that, and just record vocals over. Or they'll have, like, they'll go to a different production company who literally their entire job is to make beats every single day, and they'll just be like, have you got one in this style? Or maybe they'll put, like, out a contract where it's like, you know, we're looking for someone to make a song in this style who can, you know, release what you think, and if we like it, we'll use it. Like, it's a whole machine over there. It's not like the Western way where, I don't know, they try and have, like, this, let me pause it. They have this attempt personal expression that, in my opinion, is often, like, rehashed and, like, multiple, like, they're very tropey things, especially highly like pop focused albums, I guess. But I think the problem is K-pop became so huge, and, like, music in K-pop, well, K-pop music in general, is such a high, like, revenue driver. Because, I mean, like you say that, but when you think how much money it makes, you know, like, you release a, like, say a medium-sized group releases an album and they get, like, 50,000 sales. Assume that's, like, $10 per sale. You know, that's $500,000 you've just made within, like, the first week. So like, I feel like the monetary incentive is there, you know, because K-pop fans are so high engagement, you know, they'll stream things religiously, they'll buy albums, they'll, you know, I mean, hell, you can pay money monthly to like just go into like a chat room where only they, like, you can send messages as well, but I genuinely believe they don't even see the messages. I'm pretty sure they just go into the void, or at the very least they'd have to like first click on it to say, oh, I want to view a message. And they're like £2 per like member, and assuming you want all members, it's like a 5-member group. That's £10 a month you're giving away just to read messages from them. Obviously people put the messages on like Twitter and shit like that, but you know, someone has to pay it to, you know, put them online. Then there's obviously all the concerts, the music shows, the variety shows, because they're closer to influencers than musicians, is my opinion of it. Like hold on, let me just see, because I guarantee I could probably go onto my subscriptions, scroll for maybe not even 5 minutes, like a minute, and there'll be like a variety show from a K-pop group that I'm subscribed to, or almost definitely a like any sort of video. So there's a highlight medley, you know, that's 2 minutes, 2K views in 10 minutes. I mean, Music Bank just dropped a bunch of shit, but these are a bunch of interviews that'll be generating money. And I imagine the thingies, the members get splits. There's this, different fan cams and shit for each of the members. There's another like Music Bank thing. There's Kiss of Life. That's like a behind the scenes video. That'll probably get like 10K views or something. Maybe more than that probably. That's like a TV show thing, so that don't really count. Like more stuff. There's another like variety show thing. All of this like generates money, and just, it's such a crazy like machine, you know. I'd agree, yeah, that they're probably closer to performers, but I don't know, like I genuinely believe that you could take away a lot of the music and they'd still do quite well. Like I don't think the music matters as much as people genuinely think, because like when it comes to like buying albums and stuff like that, I feel like most people aren't buying them for the actual CD. You know, they're buying it for the fucking photo cards and other stuff that you get in albums, the actual box itself, you know, the photo book, all of that. They're not necessarily going specifically for the music, in my opinion. And it's why I don't think the music genuinely matters. Like, it does to some respect, and I think there are artists that do great music. And obviously, I imagine it probably is about 50% music, but I wouldn't discount the fact that it's just fan service. That's all it is, you know? Like, they have developed technology that from a wide angle like camera of the whole stage, you can like take a photo of their face and it will recognize them and automatically cut up that wide angle view into every single member fan cam. Like without thingy. That's like technology they've specifically developed just for K-pop, and it's like, that's so crazy. And like, it's ironic because it's like a fan cam, but it's not. It's a company who's set up this camera and an automated process to cut it down perfectly so it motion tracks their face for the fan cam, so an actual person doesn't have to do it and like lose them. Like, it's absolutely mad. Like, I imagine there's like checks after it's done it to make sure it hasn't like fucked up or, you know, disappeared somewhere. But, you know, it's mad that something like that will be made specifically.